Oh, hello.
Here we are. Oh, you know why? They just filled the propane tanks. Maybe that's what it is.
Hello, everybody.
I
hate this light.
Okay. Oh, yeah, huh? Can't seem to get the lighting right. This summer has been crazy. I mean, it has been like cloudy every day, it seems like. And if it's not cloudy, then it's like 1,000,000 degrees. So, we gotta straighten this summer out here.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. So tonight I made a chicken Caesar salad, trying to be a little healthier with organic chicken breast grilled myself. Because, you know, I don't know if you ever, when you get them at the store, they either are skimpy on the chicken or the chicken's like rubber. It's really like, it's not.
Yeah.
So this is not rubber chicken, this is organic chicken, and there's a healthy portion of chicken. Protein, gotta get your protein. And then we saw these new Pringles in the store, so we gotta try those. You know how we love our Pringles. So, hopefully they're not too spicy. It says they're their spicy chicken version, but we'll see. I mean, they come out with a new flavor, it seems like, every week, doesn't it?
I know.
There's always something. And then there's the whole art of stacking them and coming up with your own, like, concoction. Let's try this. I do like Pringles, though, so. Oh, they're weird.
Whoa.
Got kick for sure.
It didn't hit me till after.
Yeah, they got kick. So if you like spicy, you don't like those. Definitely.
It tastes like pistachio for some reason.
I was gonna say that too. I wonder in the ingredients. Of course, it's the fine print. You might have to read it. It was really fine print. I'm tasting a pistachio to it as well. That is so weird. Does anybody think pistachios taste like chicken? I mean, they say like everything tastes like chicken. I get it.
Nothing about pistachios. That's
Well,
weird.
they taste like it.
And we also got some cane sugar soda.
Yes. I brought this out because I wasn't sure if these we needed.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Just as a backup.
I don't think I've ever had the good stuff.
This is the good stuff. So these are, they're even labeled that they're from Mexico, but we did buy them locally. Shop local. It's got a lot of fizz to it.
Yeah. Interesting.
I wonder if the fizz is also because it's in glass bottles.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I can feel a burp already coming on. I don't like to drink out of a bottle usually. That's why I put the cups out. But, so I saw in the news the other night, I don't know if these say what town in Mexico that they're actually bottled in, but there's one huge bottling plant for Coca-Cola and Sprite in Mexico. It's pretty much...
It is like so carbonated.
I wonder if we pour it in a
Sheesh.
glass, or did you do that?
I poured some, yeah.
And it's pretty much like the only industry in that particular area is this huge bottling plant for Coke and Sprite. And predominantly, I guess they do more Coke than Sprite, and I think it does outsell Sprite anyway, as a whole. But they use so much water at the Coca-Cola factory plant that there is no water for anybody else for anything. I mean, they didn't say anything about like showering or anything, but they didn't say anything about that. But I bet it would affect that too. It must have, because they interviewed some of these people and some of them were like, 60, 70-year-old, and they said, we cannot get water anywhere for miles around. And they were showing, they said, if you're thirsty, you have to drink Coke. That's it. That's your only option. It was so weird. Can you imagine saying to your 1-year-old, sorry, all you're allowed to have is Coke? I mean, I bet dentists make out really well in that area.
Kind of hard to clean people's teeth with no water, though.
Oh, right. Well, speaking of which, I don't know if you remember, but when you used to go to the dentist, there was always this little thing and a nozzle thing, and they always filled like this little cup of water next to you. And they'd have you, you know, rinse out and spit periodically. They don't do that anymore. Now they just like spray as much water as they want, and then they have a suction thing and suction out.
That's weird, because I did it when I went to the dentist 3 days ago.
They did?
Yeah, they gave me a little cup. It was like half water, half mouthwash. And they told me after they cleaned my teeth, I rinsed and spit in the little suction thing.
Really? Oh,
But I think the last time I went, I think they did that. Because I remember like walking out being like, there's like stuff on my face and my mouth doesn't feel clean. Like, because I didn't get to like, because they're not going to like spray down your tongue and like.
Yeah. Well, my dentist has like all state-of-the-art equipment that, I mean, they literally, you can go in there.
Maybe it was a COVID thing.
No.
Maybe they couldn't have you. Like,
No, that's been going for years now at my dentist. And, I mean, they're literally state-of-the-art. You go in there and you can leave with like, you know, if you need a crown or something, you leave with a permanent crown. You can actually watch their machine cutting it. It's really, actually pretty cool.
I go to the cheap boys.
That's how they've been doing it. I mean, I can't imagine that it's conserved water because, I mean, how much, I mean, they're just using that much water. It's not,
I think they didn't do it last time or something because as she was finishing cleaning up in my mouth, I was like, I really hope that I can rinse and spit. Like, I'm going to ask to spit in the sink if they don't, like, and why else would I think to do that unless they had not done it last time? So, but yeah, no, they let me spit away. And I rinsed like 3 times. I was like, no, we're going for it.
I mean, I remember you used to be able to do that.
I did that.
So I wonder if one of their rooms is set up differently with different equipment. You know, it didn't have the little spittoon thing and the whole.
Because like during the whole cleaning, they use like the water pick or whatever it is.
Yeah, and rinses it
rinse
the area
them in
they're
the
using.
vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did that, but then at the end I was permitted to spit it.
And you know what I'm really phobic of in the dentist? I don't let them put that thing to hold my mouth open.
I've never had to have that.
Well, when they do like crowns and stuff, they always put this thing in that holds your mouth open and stuff. And ever since when I was a kid and I had braces, like back when braces were first invented, you know, they put these impression things in your mouth. And because I had a really small mouth and these impression things were made for adults, they went to do it and they fill it up with all this goopy stuff to do it. And it was going down my throat. And I know for a fact, because when they took it out, you could see it was like an impression on my throat, you know, practically. And I was like gagging. And I thought I was going to like, you know, like couldn't breathe or something. And they put the top and the bottom at the same time. And I was so scared. And I was only a kid. And you couldn't take them out and stuff. And I would never forget. I was so afraid that now, when I go to the dentist, I'm like, no, I can hold my mouth open all by myself.
Oh, actually, no, I did have those when I got my wisdom teeth out.
Yeah, it's and I know it's all in my head, but ever since, and I know that that's why.
I always hated the X-ray machine. It's like a little cross, and they put it in, and you like have to bite down on it. That's what I've always hated.
Yeah, because a lot of times it hurts, like and it's not the X-ray part; it's the part that the extra
that
card
they make
and
you
stuff that
bite, and it like stabs into the roof of your mouth and stuff.
You'd think they'd
And
make
they
them
were-
round.
And they were never gentle about it.
Yeah.
They would always just shove it in your mouth because they wanted to get it over with.
Yeah, and say bite down, and then they run and hide while they take the X-ray.
But then I would always have to redo it because when they would take their hand off it and go run, it would shift. No, it would just shift because my mouth was so small. I couldn't. My teeth are so small. I never got like a grip on it,
Yeah.
and so it would slide around. And so I'd come back and adjust it, and come back and adjust it, and
Well, now at least my dentist office, they're like state of the art. They don't even do that. The X-ray is all just like right there on them, like it's high tech where it's not. I don't even think it's like X-ray. I mean, because they put this little thing in your mouth. It's not like a big thing anymore. It takes a picture and it shows right up on their screen right away. I'm sure it saves a lot of money. Plus, they don't have to. They must have had to develop those, right?
yeah, it used to probably be like you'd have to take the little device and take the SD card and put it into the computer, and the computer would have to read the card and stuff. Where now it's probably all just Bluetooth.
Yeah, it goes right in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it comes right up. It's really pretty cool. But fortunately, I have dental insurance that I pay for that covers, part of all of that. It covers, I think, like one emergency visit a year and two cleanings a year and I think one set of X-rays a year and.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm grown out of the time where they did those cast things because those were miserable.
The what?
Like you were explaining, like
Oh yeah.
where they like map your teeth or whatever. They would do it whether you were getting braces or not when you were growing up to make sure that your teeth were like
not shifting or something.
something. Oh.
But I remember something they did to you that they never did when I was a kid. Do you remember the sealants?
Yeah.
So they would, and I don't know if they even still do it, whether it was just, a phase thing that they could charge you more for, but they used to put sealants on kids, like on your back, on your molar.
Worked.
Yeah, on your molars. And they'd put this stuff on, and then somebody's writing in, but I can't see who it is.
What's up, random guy, dude?
And they stayed on for like, I don't know, a year or 2 or 3
I
or
thought it was like 5 years.
It was a long time, but they would pay, and they would do them again if they, once they wore off. They weren't like permanent. But I'm sure that saved a lot of kids' teeth.
Yeah, I remember, but it was, if I'm thinking of the same thing, if I'm thinking of the same procedure, they used to hammer it into my mouth.
No, well, I think they like
Unless I'm
painted it.
thinking of something else.
Yeah, I think you are, because they used to like paint it on. It was like, I think, thick like, kind of like syrup. So it was a thick enough coat on there. And then they cured it with a light. It was a special type of light.
There was something I remember as a kid going to the dentist and they like hammered in my mouth. I think it was the sealants.
You know what? That might have been if they weren't doing a good job, if they put too much in one or something and had to chip off some that was like where it shouldn't have been or something. I bet that's what it was.
Maybe to so that my bite was
smooth.
Because I remember there were times that I went and I would say, no, it's my mouth feels weird.
Yeah.
I remember obviously it wasn't a huge thing, but they had like this like ice pick of sorts.
Yeah.
And I remember them clank, 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 and I was like, "What? How are we withstanding
this?" Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe it was my wisdom teeth or something that I'm thinking of. I don't know.
You
wouldn't have been drilling.
You were funny when you had those. I was there for that. And she was supposed to have all 4 out at once. And then she talked to her father or something the night before and put the fear of God in you. So then you're like, no, we compromised on 2. That's why you had to go back twice.
I don't remember, but I remember the first time going to get my wisdom teeth done, because I went for 2 rounds, like she said. I remember the first time, they were giving me like the gas, and I had to tell them to stop. And they were like, "Oh wait, how much do you weigh?" And I was like, 100 pounds soaking wet. And they were like,
"Oh,
sorry." They gave me like 120 pounds worth or something.
what? Yeah, whatever."
But it hit me so quick because I'm like sensitive to that stuff anyways.
Yeah.
I remember laying down and them giving me like the laughing gas, whatever it was, because I didn't get like put under for mine because they weren't
Impacted or anything. Yeah.
And I remember slowly like being out of it, and then to the point where I was like, "No, you gotta turn this down. I'm starting to not be able to like."
I remember I was there. You were like,
And they were like, "What do you mean? Like, no, you're fine. You're supposed to feel kind of loopy." And I was like, "No,
"This is too much.
this isn't right." Like, and then yeah, they were like, oops. Like, no matter, like,
I
unless
think they gave you oxygen after that, because I think that, like,
yeah,
changes it up faster.
And I remember they had me like sit there for an extra like period of time after. But what was I gonna say?
You did well with them both times though. When we had to go back.
Spicy chicken Pringles. Motherfuckers really reaching for the edge of the food pyramid. Dude, they taste like pistachio. I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah, have you tried them?
Wait, how much do you weigh? A question to ask before you start gassing someone, but okay.
Right?
I don't know, I think, what was I, like 17 or something?
16 maybe?
But 2, that's not the first time that's happened. I guess I carry my weight poorly or something, because when I went in for my kidney biopsy, they did the exact same thing.
But you know what? You might have been dressed bigger. You know what I mean? You might have had like a big sweatshirt on.
Usually, yeah. But I remember when I went in for my kidney biopsy, they propped me up on a stack of blankets because they were like, usually we do this on guys with big round bellies. And so, like, they needed my back more like this.
Hunched, yeah.
Kind of. So they
Because
stacked
they
me
have to
up.
force the kidney closer to the...
And yeah, they did like the same thing where they like had me like count back or whatever, and I was like, I can't. Like, I can't, I don't, it's all, and they were like, okay, all right.
Tone this one down. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, there's certain things that, like, I didn't realize, like, certain, they don't use on me anymore because I told them I don't like the feeling it gives me. So they don't use a Novocaine, they use, I forget, there's benzocaine or whatever, a different one. Because the Novocaine, actually, it almost gives you like a feeling like you're having a heart attack, like a panic attack for some people. And so when I was younger and had Novocaine, I didn't realize that that's what it was. I thought it was,
just nervous.
And yeah, and when you're a kid, they never ask kids anything. Yeah. But when I got older and I had like, a root canal and different things, and they use Novocaine and stuff for that. The first time, and I remember, and I said to the dentist, I said, "Oh, I don't like this feeling." So, and it doesn't actually hit you for about, a couple of minutes after they give it to you. And what happens is, they come in, they give you the shot, and they say, "We'll be back in 15 minutes when you're numbed up." So now you're in the room by yourself, and you think you're having this panic attack or heart attack or whatever.
Because it feels like it swells.
Well, for some people, it actually does give, like, an adrenaline thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm one of those people that it affects me that way. And so they've marked my chart to use one of the other, things that I don't even know what the name, I'd have to look on my chart, but they know because I go to the same dentist.
Yeah, it does it to me. I'm fine until I leave is when Novocaine is bad for me. because then it's when I sit upright and I try and swallow on my own and everything is when it feels like it's really swollen.
Yep.
And I have a really hard time and I start like
Getting panicky.
like
yeah.
getting like, and I'm like, is this actually swollen? Am I actually having a hard time? And then I take a drink of water or something and it's like, oh, that went down. We're good.
Yeah.
Like,
But I think they should let more people know that, because I think there's a lot of people that go through that.
yeah, they don't
that,
tell
that
you the side
panicky
effects
feeling.
before.
Yeah, and some people think, oh, well, maybe it's phobic. I'm phobic of the dentist subconsciously or whatever, and I'm not. And it's actually just, it is a reaction from the Novocaine itself, because whenever I'd go and just have my teeth cleaned or whatever, that didn't happen. So
Yeah.
it's not, so if it was a phobic or, you know, a panic
Right.
situation from going to the dentist, it would happen then too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you barking at? She's mad that we aren't giving her any attention, so she went to bark out the window. What was I gonna say?
So if you like spicy Pringles, these definitely have kick.
They have a kick, but they taste like a spicy pistachio.
Yeah, it's so weird. And we both feel that way. And I really like pistachios, but I don't like spicy.
Not with potato. Not potato pistachio spicy.
No, that's wrong. Yeah. But if you like that kind of thing, this is for you. Buy 'em by the case, because you know how Pringles are. You see them today, gone tomorrow.
We have a butterfly.
Yeah, one of the butterflies came out of the chrysalis. And we actually got those caterpillars we raised. We actually found them when they were literally just out of their eggs. So they were teeny tiny, teeny tiny.
Oh, that's what you found? Because I found eggs.
I thought those were caterpillars we saw.
Those were eggs.
Or were they? Oh. I stand corrected.
Because then the next day.
Oh, right. They hatched. You're right. They hatched like right away.
Stop.
Stop or I'll give you a spicy Pringle. You won't be liking that. You'll be running away.
Yeah, so we have a butterfly. One of the praying mantises I found was dead today, but over the last few weeks, like I think I had, what is this, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Oh, I still have 7. I think I had like 10, and gradually over the last few weeks, I've found a couple.
Well, maybe some of them in their molt, like you were
Yeah.
saying, they can get hung up in their own shedding.
Yeah, they don't all make it.
No, that's why they have
200.
200 eggs or little babies at a time. But they're fun, and we let a lot of them go right out of the gate, though.
Yeah.
Hopefully, some of them are still out there. But we've been seeing a lot more monarchs starting to come around, so we're really excited about that.
And then this guy's a weirdo. He always sits really like curled up and like he looks dead.
But he's not.
But he always is real quick to go catch the fruit flies whenever I open the jar, so.
What did you name him?
I didn't.
We'll call him Possum. He plays Possum.
I typically go for more sophisticated names when I name things. But, you know.
Yeah. So about this soda, I feel bad for those people that don't have water to drink down there, so that we could buy Mexican Coke. But we only bought these 2 bottles, and I'm not sure, like I said, if it's the raw sugar they use that's causing more, gasation, or if it's that they're in glass bottles. But it's really kind of cool though. Every once in a while, these are it's painted on, like the old-fashioned bottles,
It's
isn't
not
it? Or do you think it's a
painted on.
sticker on the Coke part and the Sprite part?
Oh, maybe.
It feels like it's
That
painted
one
on.
looks like a sticker.
No, there's like no edge.
Oh, weird. I mean, it looks like the barcode's painted on. This looks like a sticker.
That's a sticker, yeah. But yeah, it's the same thing as like the Dr. Pepper that you can only get in Texas at the original place that's made with the raw sugar.
We should probably keep the bottles.
Mm.
Try and do something with them.
And what's really strange, we bought these actually at a store in Massachusetts, and Massachusetts has a bottle deposit, Rhode Island does not. But they didn't charge us a bottle deposit on these. But they have, like when we bought Dr. Pepper and stuff there. And I don't know whether it's because these are from Mexico and so they can't take a bottle deposit because maybe there's something, who knows why. But, oh, I forgot, I don't like drinking out of the bottle.
Tatum, you're really cute.
She's adorable.
I love
And
you.
she's almost 5.
I love you, boo-boo. You're a good girl. Okay, we're gonna end the stream now so that you don't bark.
Yeah, then we can go play with her.
Okay, bye.
Thanks so much. See you
Show
soon.
off your ponytails.
Oh, I love when she puts 2 ponytails in her hair. Look how cute she is with 2 ponytails. Doesn't she look like a little schoolgirl?
Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
You say bye-bye to all your fans?